Okay, so this is part 2 of the series against JoannaTries. I had to rush my first move before I got timed out, so I very quickly played this, and I still haven't done the analysis. So this side looks quite chess-like. This side, not so much. Maybe I just do this and block that diagonal. And that's a good move, stopping me from doing what I want to do next, which was this. But then this also, I want to support this push in some way. And JoannaTries is preparing this move and saying, you can't support this anymore. So I'm just going to do this and this. But there's a 2-pawn sack of 2 pieces for a pawn, which I'm slightly worried about, to be honest. Because if takes, I just feel I'm wrecked. Yeah. That was a massive missed opportunity. Massive missed opportunity there from black, because you have a marauding knight threatening at c2. I don't know. I don't know how I should have played it. So I'm still struggling, basically, at this game. So, I mean, this is just a terrible opening. I'm not. My queen and bishop are lined up on a dead diagonal. Yeah, fair play. Pawn is going to be landing here. What am I doing? Yeah, it's a tough life. So I'll do this, I guess, just to try and give some coverage to my light squares, but this is not how you play this game. And so going back to the initial position, what am I doing wrong? Just going back to the initial position, maybe this, this, that should be this kind of structure I'm going for, and this. But I have to play the position I've got myself into, which is something entirely different. Where now a pawn drop here is being threatened. And if I put my knight here, then how am I ever going to get my bishop out? Why is it saying 3 seconds to play the first move? Yeah, it's just some weird bug. Okay, so if I castle, then there's a fork with a pawn drop here, so this is very bad. I could put a bishop here, but then the bishop takes, replace, and then I have to support this somehow. And I could do that with this, but then that would create a weakness here. So that just won't do. Looks like I'll have to do this, but then this bishop is stuck for a long time. So I need to counterattack in some way. There's no other way. There's no other way to do it. I need to keep my king as an active piece, and I need to counter. So I'm going to do. Doesn't even work. Okay, I'm going to play the logical move, which is this. And it's slow, but then bishop here, takes, bishop here, these sorts of ideas. I can't do anything about that, I'm afraid. Do this. I need to get back control of my light squares. If pawn takes bishop, I might go rook takes. If pawn takes knight, this bishop in the corner is really getting buried, isn't it? So therefore pawn takes knight is logical. Probably I just ignore it and take this bishop. And so I encourage him to take here or here to free me up. So that's interesting, yeah. So maybe knight takes. Then that makes sense. So this is still weak, but at least now I can defend, I think. Goes with the knight, that makes sense as well. So this is under attack and the rook's under attack. So here seems logical. I'm not having much fun this game, am I? Just having to defend, and then bishop here is the threat coming. Okay, it's about time I broke out that bishop and I make my king an attacking piece. So my king is clearly not going to be a defensive piece. So let's attack with the king. Knight takes pawn. Ooh, okay, so I want to take the rook, but I should be scared of bishop at e3. With the second bishop to follow. So bishop at e3. Yeah, this is kind of scary because if I step up, pawn here, come down, bishop here or bishop here, these are the kind of ideas. I'm going to go for it. So I've got a mate threat, and I think I can get away because this bishop's providing coverage. So bishop e3, yeah. This. Oh, bishop here is interesting. Oh. So I do this. And I do this. The idea of knight takes pawn, and I'm safe. Ah, he takes it. There we go. So, to be honest, I've been not enjoying this game the whole time, but finally my king is safe. But I did something terribly wrong somewhere along the way, and now, yeah, ignored my plan. Yeah. It could be a good idea to look yeah. So request analysis. So the last point when I think there might be a completely clear win is this point here. Yeah, so pawn at e4 or bishop at e4 I was thinking. And that's in fact just mate. So pawn at e4 takes. Oh, that's very nice. Then bishop at e2, intermezzo, and then bishop takes here. That's really pretty. It's just mated basically at this point. Yeah, so this is just mated. So I was going for a counter attack, but it involves finding the mate, and that's a very beautiful mate, sort of intermezzo. Now going all the way back to the beginning, my goodness. So e4 already is a mistake. g4, develop the queen and the bishop. Okay, that's the first thing. So really good instinct from Joanna. Even queen g6, sacking here, all of these really powerful ideas. I have no development. So I'm losing this entire game. And so in this position, I'm really uncomfortable. Just castles, apparently. Allow this bishop at e4 here to cover this, maybe. Yeah. G3 I did, so that's correct. But here, knight at b7. Here I'm going for like the mate, but I'm hanging mate myself, which I didn't realize. King e1, bishop at d2, king takes d2, rook at e2, king c1, pawn at d2, king takes b2, promote queen, and so on. I mean, that was looked. But this is very beautiful. I thought the bishop was defending. You cut off the defense. Um, oh, sorry, didn't see that that was there. This 28 seconds is okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna I'm gonna learn from this. I'm gonna learn from this. So I want to do this. Yeah. So the reason that I want to create yeah. Now this feels very weakening on f7. This I don't have support for it. This yeah I don't yeah. So what else can I do? There's also knight here. Okay, I'll defend with the knight. How am I ever going to develop the bishop? I'm not sure. I'm just. Oh. There's simply bishop takes g5, and I'm getting crushed. So I'm not sharp right now. Yeah, this is not good. And she's just going straight for this sort of idea. Okay, I'll do this. Okay, how am I ever going to develop this bishop? I'm struggling. So one way would be if I destroyed this bishop. That was actually my original plan. So I take out the bishop, and then I have time to fianchetto. That's the idea. And I've got to make sure there's no annoying knight drop. Yeah. I guess I'm kind of tired. um, okay, so we're going to just follow through with our plan, which is this and this, and hope I'm not mated. Now, if I do this, has to block with the queen, can't do a queen move that defends this pawn. So I can do this with tempo. And then I can decide next move what to do about that pawn. Okay, good. And I have to take the pawn. Okay, now we have a position. I'm going to now, no more nonsense, as it were. Now there's some ideas here. I could go takes, knight takes, takes, get 2 pawns for my knight. That seems like a reasonable approach. The problem with it is knight here would be slightly annoying. So that's the kind of, I'm going to do this first. Yeah, this is, you don't have enough pawns for this. So I just back off. Oh, I see. Then a knight lands. Okay, so never straightforward this game, is it? Never straightforward. It's just one knight. Let's just back off. It's kind of annoying. I don't see a good defense. Yeah, grabs another pawn. It's just no good. It's just no good. Oh boy. Yeah, good move. Takes, takes. Just have to defend. I'm not enjoying this. I'm really not enjoying it. Just plugging away at my at my light squares in a ruthless way. On it goes. What can I do? Bishop here, takes, and pawn here lands again. She says, I call this pecking to death. Yeah, it's really hard. I need something powerful. I need something powerful. I'm just going to do this. Hitting the rook. I've missed something. I've missed a simply bishop here. Just keeping on plugging away on those light squares. Yeah, good move, good move. And I don't know, somehow I don't really want some massive queen trade, even if it were on offer. That's not the kind of thing I really want in this position. Because if I had like at h3, takes queen, takes pawn, I think I'm the one in big trouble. I'm not sure what to do. Really not sure what to do. So I'm going to just give this. Sigh. Do this. Just keeps on going. And I don't have a queen, that's the problem as well. Oof, this is so painful. So, very simple idea, just to deflect the knight from g7, and then I'm getting mated. That's the sort of concept. So I have to defend this square. I have to defend the back rank. There's no, so I have to do this. Okay, do I take the bishop? I think just to keep. Oh my god, I took the wrong way. Oh my goodness. Okay. Um, that was devastating. Complete crush. Now I'm not doing so badly. If I just go rook takes d7, rook takes d7, c takes d7. I've even got knight at a3 ideas. B takes a3, knight at c3, king b2, knight a4 with the perpetual. That's a quite fun little concept. But of course I'm losing this whole game. Just the second knight allows me to get a perpetual. So let's just calculate that in detail. So it's rook takes knight, takes, and I've got two knights, a pawn, and a bishop. So I can go knight here, check. What if you don't take? Anyway, if you take, it's knight here, check. If down, then swing up and down, check, check, check. If check, down, check. If goes here, what's the problem? Then I might have stuff like pawn drop here or pawn drop here, check, check, check. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure the exact sequence. But okay, going all the way back to the beginning. G4 is correct. G4, G5 is correct. Now, I have to go D5 and block this diagonal. Okay. And the moment I don't, really very good play, F6. Bishop takes G5. F6, bishop C1. Okay, I feel bad taking too long, so it allows this, and I thought I was doing well, but E4, yeah, really, really, really good play. I mean, yeah, wow. Yeah, okay. Really wonderful play. Yeah, really amazing play. Okay, so this knight is coming out here. This pawn is coming out here, here, here. So what's the most important move? Just this one, I guess. Seems the most annoying. So we're trying to get this diagonals working along here. Just support that. And very nice. And just this. And develop. Very nice. Now, have I got any ideas here? It's worth analyzing. So if I take, knight takes pawn, the rook is weak. So, just tempting. It should be fine. So, pawn here. Thinking pawn here is good. I just realized something. I am so stupid. Knight here, check. Takes, rook takes rook. My goodness. I'm the one. I'm the one getting exploited along that pin. Um, so right, that's interesting. And now this knight is actually protecting this. So what should I do here? I'm thinking maybe queen here, so that way that stops these checks. So just trying to claim superior activity here, and there's also a threat of queen takes knight. Actually, that's an important one. Okay, that's very good move. Very good move. Okay, I'm gonna go here. So the important thing is I'm still covering this check. I can just take with the knight, and I don't mind getting a knight. I think. Yeah. Well, rook takes rook still comes, but so maybe I should have been more careful. Okay, so this is now a live threat. Interesting. Interesting. Gosh. I want takes here, knight here, takes, takes, and to claim I have something here. So I'm going to take this. So what do I have? Let's just be more precise. Maybe I have nothing. But okay, the other idea is queen takes bishop, knight takes rook, queen takes. I don't have anything. It's really okay. So the problem here is bishop, knight here, queen takes knight, bishop takes queen. Yeah, that doesn't. It's not really giving me anything. Okay. Queen takes bishop, rook takes rook, knight takes rook. I don't. Okay. Fundamentally, I need to chase his pieces away. I can't allow this and picking up. No, no, okay. So okay, so this is interesting, but then he just takes this. Okay, this is really a disaster. Um, okay, I'm actually just going to do this. Yep. So really, wow. What? Why did Black resign? Um, yeah, so I'm not clear at all. I am winning apparently, but I was not clear I'm winning at all. She's only got a queen to block with. Oh, I see. So she has to use up the queen she might want for the mate. Okay. But I really don't know what I'm doing here. I really don't know. So I just did this. I'm, yeah. Okay. Okay. So what do I do in this position? I want to push, but I can't. Okay. Oh, I have to play quickly. Okay, I do this. Hmm. Okay, I'm just going to get the queen out. Gosh, I've got to stop this. Um, I'm not worried about sacking a knight. If she wants to sack a knight on me, fair enough. If she doesn't want to sack a knight on me, that's also fair enough. Now the bishop's covering. Oof. Okay. How am I ever going to develop my bishop? Not anytime soon. Okay, the knight's now thinking of coming here. So maybe just do this. And this. No, something's wrong. No, it's fine. I think it's fine. Oh, but it just gave me the free piece. So I think I want to defend. There's no double up. Threaten this, so this has to be taken. Oh, 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 oh. Bishop here would be annoying. So do I take the pawn even? Yep, so I'm not quite sure what I do here, because I could go bishop takes pawn, but I feel like that's giving away too much. What else could I do? This knight's sort of hanging, I could attack it. With like something like queen here, and if knight takes bishop, queen takes, but then bishop here seems annoying. Okay, so that doesn't quite work. Could just back off, defend my squares, that seems reasonable too. So the thing about this is takes, bishop a6, is that annoying? No, because I can put a pawn on. Knight a6, is that annoying? Not really, that bishop's the worst piece in the world. So take it with pleasure. Okay, so that's the situation. This one I can trap. And we're going to have a rook trade by the looks of things. Do I want to go with bishop first? Well, the bishop's protecting my king, so I'd rather keep it. So there we go. Yeah, interesting, but I don't see what the point was. I mean, what do I do here? Could just grab a pawn, I guess. Yeah. Keep the queen, grab the pawn. Nice, nice move, nice move. Just say, look at your back rank. It sucks. Gosh, it really does suck. There's even a back rank check. So if I just block bishop here, just rook here, check. Ah, this is really bad. So queen here, rook here. Yeah, that's not nice. Queen here, rook here. So queen here, rook here. Yeah. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? Do I have to allow this queen? Okay, maybe I don't allow the queen. I do something like this. So guarding it from a distance at least. My goodness, I am in such trouble here. Like king here, there are ideas of pawn and rook. There could be all kinds of mating ideas. Yeah, now this on the rook here was much more powerful because this one I can block, and then he wants to go pawn here. Thing is, winning a bishop is coming, and that's going to put me in a bad situation. I don't want to lose a knight either. Ah, this is disgusting. So I could do this, promote, takes, 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 and try and come here. I'm pretty disgusted by how this is going. And there's even just pawn here, actually. Ah, disgusting. But okay, this, and the purpose of this is just to give me some left on h7. Yep, left on h7, and there's no more checks. But there is just pawn here and promote again. So this is some seriously depressing stuff here. There's also deflecting this bishop ideas. If you can deflect this bishop, knight here is mate. So I can never move this bishop. If takes, takes back. Oh my goodness. Okay, look. Look. The time has come. The time has come. The time has come. So I want these sorts of ideas. Very good move. Takes. You win a bishop. True. 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 But I just block. Knight takes pawn though. Oh, I don't see it. Oh yes, okay, I do see it. Okay, this is really interesting. I need to really focus. So if queen here, rook takes, knight here is checkmate. If queen here, king takes, pawn takes pawn, king takes pawn, and I've got 3 knights and a bishop to deliver the mate with, which should be enough with a move like knight here, knight takes pawn. Yeah, so that should have been enough. Now, with this, maybe it's slightly easier. With this way, it's slightly easier. I might just be able to go knight g3 because the g3 square is not defended. So knight g3 takes, pawn takes pawn. Yep, this works. Okay, wonderful. Pawn takes pawn, and knights are lethal. Knights are lethal. Old weapons. Oh, there is king to h2. There is king to h2. So my idea is to go knight here and knight here. And that should be enough. Okay, just going to go knight here and knight here. How can this not be enough? Okay, so the reason it's not enough is the king could. So the king goes this way, queen here's mate. Yeah. So the king is still trying to come up this way. So I just need to somehow block it off. But bishop here just takes. So that doesn't quite work. But knight here, king here, knight here. Has to take again. Just drawing the king up, up, up. So the king is coming up, up, up the board. Knight here, king takes knight. And then queen here will be mate. So very, oh, 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 oh. Okay, so I hadn't seen coming back. That's also possible, but I think I'm okay then. Just check, and queen here's checkmate. So that was quite fun. Ooh. I mean, it's probably worth checking after each of these games, like if there was something. But okay, there's no time. Is this the same? Is it different? Okay. It does look as if it's the same. Okay, so we have a new board. We need to just take a few moments in the initial position. But this feels familiar. It's okay. I think this and this makes sense. So I'm probably going to do this. I'm going to quickly have a look at the previous game while the next one's starting because I think I'm just too interested. That can never be a bad thing developing that night. Okay, so basically I did have this nice mate in 5 sequence. The correct move was bishop at g3. Yeah, very, very strong. Bishop at g3. And just going back a bit, queen takes b2 was really a bad move. Pawn at g5, just going straight for my king. This was also good. Bishop at e8 apparently, and allow the pawn to queen. Rook at d8 obviously was stronger. Knight at c8 was stronger for me. Okay, knight at c8. Knight at c8. Knight at c8, yeah, was stronger for me. And back in the opening, I'm sorry for taking a couple of minutes. Yeah, I'm going to try and... This is interesting. Okay. but there's this. I mean, this is crazy. So I'm winning completely actually at this point, but I should go queen takes rook, king takes, rook at c1. Oh, of course, you just draw the king out, rook at d1, king takes d1. So draw the king out until here, then take the bishop, and then there are all these kinds of threats with dropping stuff on c2. That was a really big miss. Okay, fairly obvious. Okay. Okay, all the way back. Oh, I could also take here if I'm really greedy. And I'm just trying to open up this move here. I can take with the knight. Okay, I'm going to try and threaten this, so it has to defend, and then I can take this. Yep, that's correct. Queen takes rook, knight takes. Yeah, I don't see something obvious. Pawn takes pawn. Maybe pawn takes pawn is the thing to do. So allowed this. There's a hole here, but that's not a problem, I don't think. I just sidestep. And white doesn't really have any blockers, I think is the problem. But I can't see a way of punishing that. Because there's bishop here check, but it can simply be blocked with this, which is a developing move, so that doesn't help me. So I quite like this move here. I don't see how I can punish it very easily. I have to take, and take. Yeah, take is necessary, but then what? Pawn here and rook here, and then promote something stupid like this? Nothing very clear. Or hit the knight and then rook on the back rank. That's a smart thing to do, isn't it? And in the meantime, yeah, I'm fairly safe. Yeah, so that's quite a smart idea. Try and get the rook on the back rank, so harass his knight. Oh, but then he just takes my bishop. So that's no good at all. That's no good. Yeah, I have to back. If I back off the bishop, that's too slow. 4 pawns, a bishop, and a rook. Okay, I'm going to do this. So just trying to keep some good activity going. Ah, for this one, I can take this. And if this, then I'm in on the back rank, so that's a mistake. So he has to take this way. Queen here is a mate threat, but it's defended. Bishops move backwards. So this is kind of unfortunate. Oops. Yeah. I always forget that part. Okay. Yeah. I feel complete. I okay. So like the Joanna basically threw. yeah, so I mean, it's basically really, really quality play, and then you're just throwing in these blunders that completely losing everything. Um, but the blunders are going to lose games, so obviously it's something you have to cut out. But really, I struggle a lot. I don't feel comfortable playing these games. Really well played. Um, I don't know if there was much. I mean, blunders, but blunders can include like losing a pawn or something, just or losing stuff like this. So already things were bad. Um, so yeah, so that game, if you make a blunder like that, and then it really hurts. But oh my goodness, games like this. So if I just run analysis, I mean it was going from black totally winning to white totally winning, really exploiting the holes. And then this is another powerful idea. This bishop is defending the king. Get rid of that bishop, and I'm in real trouble. Gosh, this is a hard game. Pawn at g5. This is also good. Bishop at e8. This is interesting that bishop at e8 is strong. Promote and just takes, I guess. Or takes. Oh, maybe takes this way and then bishop here. Yeah, that's something I hadn't thought of. So you could take this way and then bishop here, and then you have a bishop defense. That is an interesting concept. And claim your king is safe. Or the king could get drawn out this way, so I'm not sure. Maybe I should just open that up on Lichess and have a quick look to try and better understand. So you just go analysis board, Crazyhouse, paste it in. There's a little import PGN button. The question I'm wondering is, well, let's look at the. Maybe we should just import this game. Actually, it's a sufficiently crazy game. Let's import the game. Let's make it easier and do an automatic computer analysis. That would be even easier. Okay, and we're going to need to just bring this in a little bit. So the point in particular I'm interested in was this point here with pawn here, and apparently the best move it says was bishop at e8, and so if queens, f takes g6, I see, and so if this, you're going to go this, and I was worried about the king getting drawn out here, but I forgot this. Okay, so this, I have counterattacks apparently. This, and knight at h2 is mating. Knight at g3 is strong, but knight at h2 is just mating. Because if rook takes knight, then knight at g3, king here, takes here is clearly mating. So why is that? Because if king takes pawn, knight here, king g1, knight is going to mate the king on h1. So that's true. And if knight takes, then knight at g3 is really pretty. You can't take it because queen here is checkmate, so you slide across. Takes, and it's the same concept. You can slide up, but queen here, king takes, bishop at f5, king e5, pawn here, checkmate. So yeah, interesting, this two knight idea. And interesting, you can't just go straight for knight at g3, which would be very natural, because then the king can slide across to h2. This is really interesting. The king slides across to h2, and suddenly it's not so easy. There is a mate, but it's really hard. Rook takes to cover rook h1, because if knight takes, then you go knight here first, and then rook here. Well, no, rook h2 checkmate. So yeah, okay, really tough stuff. So bishop g1. So you go rook takes, okay, but still knight at f1, rook takes, knight takes, and then you try and run at h2. You can't go here because with so many rooks in hand, you're picking up a second knight. Knight g3, king takes h2, knight f1. That's amazing. Okay, so you can't run that way, so he has to go this way, but then you think, oh, the knight's covering everything, it should be safe. But rook at f2, this is just insane. This is just truly insane. Rook at g1 would make a certain amount of sense. Rook at g1 takes, draw the king away, and then promote. That's beautiful, really beautiful. So that's really beautiful. There's just this absolutely insane move which no one will ever see, which is rook at f2 and promote to knight. Oops, that lose straight away. Keeps the king in a box, and it's mated immediately. Again, drawing him in, and queen f2 mate. Okay, well with that I'm going to end this little recording. Gosh, JoannaTries, you gave me a hard time. And actually, I should say, apparently White's best move in this line is going for it, and it's just not clear who's winning. Maybe White's winning this. Rook at c8, king f7, yeah, and the game goes on. And the White king is actually fairly safe, modulo these knight g3, knight h2 weird ideas. Amazing stuff. Okay, I'm going to post these couple of recordings to YouTube. Not sure if they'll help anyone, but yeah, some really good games with JoannaTries.